Okay, so here we are in the last of the transform videos, supposedly. We're going to go back to the circle, or the red circle here, and this time we're going to focus on the text right here, the transform tool. So what I'd like for you to do now is, as you remember, we linked the two layers, the transform, the text tool rather, and the layer 1, which has a circle. And you see that they have two links over here. So with these two layers both highlighted, and the way to highlight them again, you kind of select one layer, press and hold the command key or the control key for Windows, and select the text layer, and then go ahead and click on the link and it'll be unlinked. You'll see that the links will disappear, and there they are. Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about is warping. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about warping. This is pretty fun. So, or distorting actually, if you want to say it. So let's go, well, distort and warp. Let's go ahead and first try the distort tool. And let's go ahead and stick with the text tool first of all. So let's go to edit, transform, and looks like distort. Okay, let's go with the circle here. Edit, transform, and distort. And distort kind of acts a little weird. In other words, in the skew, you had to move the entire side. Here, you can actually kind of control one corner. There, you see that, and one side. So it kind of looks a little bit more different, as you can possibly tell. I'm going to bring this out, and I'm going to bring this out, and it kind of gives it more like I guess has like a third. It's like, looks like it's actually laying on its back there. And so that's what skew does. Now, in order to skew a text, you have to convert it into a raster. And the way to do that is select the text layer, right click, and there it is, rasterize layer, or I'm sorry, rasterize type. So there it is right there. Now it's rasterized, and now we can distort it. So let's go back to edit, transform, distort. Again, making sure that the transform tool, the text layer is selected. Now I can do all sorts of crazy things. Look at this. I can actually bring in the different text like that and try to make it so that it goes basically the width of the red circle. There it is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and press, actually I can click here as well to commit, and it's committed. But now, what if I want it on the edge of the circle? What if I want it kind of touching all over? Well, let's go ahead and see that. Let's go to edit, transform, and that's where warp comes in. As you can see right there, warp. Let's go ahead and click on warp. And as you can see, it's a different type of box here. Here, you've got several different nodes. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on this one and look at that. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can bring this up here. There we go. And then bring this in. And then bring these guys down. Okay, let's see if I can do any more than that. Look at that. That is kind of crazy there. And let's bring this in a little bit. Again, you can do your best you can. So basically, we're trying to make the text bigger, but at the same time, contain it within the circle. Let's bring that here. A lot of logos are created this way. You know, a lot of car logos, is, if you look at their decals, are kind of done this way. There we go. And I'm just going to press commit right up here. Look at that. It looks crazy. Alright, let's go to a real life scenario. Okay, let's go to File, Open. And this time we are going to open up Warp Distort right there. Okay, so let's see what this brings about. Press OK. And give it a second to kind of come in. There it is. Okay, so as you can see, I got some dude over here. Okay, and you've got a shirt. So right now, he kind of looks like he just has a tank top and some pajamas on. Okay, so let's get this man dressed up fast. And right now, I've got two layers. One is the man himself, and the other one is a shirt that we want to dress him on. Alright, so basically the first thing you want to do is kind of move the shirt right around over there. Now the problem is you got a white uh, color around it. So I'm going to use the magic wand tool. Okay, there it is right there. And select that white area. And you can see there are definitely, it's been selected. The marching ants are marching. I'm going to press delete. Now I can actually see how this shirt can actually fit. And I'm noticing that there's some, well, let's say right there. Okay, so I'm going to move this up a little bit. Kind of look like we already did it. So let's make it better. What I really need to do now is take the layer here and push the opacity down a bit so I can see through the guy, through the shirt, and that way I can kind of better see how it can, wrap around his body. Now I could use Distort. I could try that, but instead I'm going to go right to Skew. So let's go to Edit, Transform, and Skew. I'm sorry, not Skew, Warp. We're going to go to Warp. Alright, so let's see if we can go ahead and try doing that. And there is the shoulder. We're going to go ahead and try to make everything go around his neck. So play with every node there is. Again, you're not really watching the node, you're watching how it kind of hugs this man's body. Kind of put him up a little bit. Okay, so kind of, again, if you can do this, great. Do the best you can. Okay, again, the shirt. And of course, if we, just make sure it looks real. There is a little bit of skin over there that we got to kind of address. Okay, another little skin around the, and let's see if we can kind of, so this one right here, we don't want to, and let's go ahead and commit this. And let's see if we can kind of make it scale a little bit. So let's go to Edit and Transform, Scale. Let's go ahead and kind of scale it. That way we can make the shirt a little bit bigger, because what I'm concerned about is right here. So now, okay, right over there. So now let's go back to the Skew tool, Commit, Edit, Transform, I'm sorry, Warp. I keep saying Skew. There we go. And there we go. Let's bring out this. So it's kind of back and forth between things. Alright, let's go ahead and commit this one. And let's go ahead and bring the opacity back to 100. Alright, well, I can see still a little bit of thing, but overall, I'd say we did a pretty good job. He's fully dressed. Before, after, before, after. Looks like after is much better. Alright, hope you enjoyed it.